Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am Helen, hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodriguez's wedding set to be most expensive ever, claims brand expert, as the top 10 priciest big days are revealed. Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodriguez surprised fans after revealing their engagement on Instagram this week. The model from Buenos Aires, Argentina, was teased for waiting 9 years for the footballer to get down on one knee. But she certainly got the last laugh when she was presented with a colossal-sized glitzy diamond ring, which experts estimate to be easily over 1.5 million pounds and in the 15 to 20 carat range. So, if the extensive rock is anything to go by, their nuptials will almost certainly be a lavish and expensive affair. Branding expert Dylan Davey estimates that the couple could be spending as much as £10 million on their wedding day. The brand strategist and founder of The Social Inc. told the Daily Mail, "If the ring is already north of £1.5 million as reported, you can be certain the wedding budget will be many times that. We could be looking at £10 million plus once you factor in a destination venue, couture wardrobes, world-class entertainment, VIP travel, and global security. The kind of scale you'd expect for one of the most talked-about weddings since Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. Every element of this wedding will be thought through: the location, the guest list, the content strategy, because nothing at this level is left to chance. This is a moment defined by a new era and will cement them as one of the world's ultimate aspirational and trusted couples." He believes that Georgina and Cristiano are going to curate their family as a brand, similar to the Beckhams, adding, "We'll see the Ronaldo Rodriguez brand grow from two individual stars into a joint powerhouse, shaping a lifestyle legacy for years to come." Cristiano has spent years as the ultimate bachelor brand, a global sports icon, self-made, and marketable to every demographic on the planet. Georgina isn't just a partner, she's a force in her own right. They're a brand merger, and one with more social reach than sport has seen since the Beckhams. As Cristiano's no-expense-spared ring could be a clue as to how much the couple are willing to spend on one of the biggest days of their lives and careers, here are the top 10 most expensive weddings to date. Son of a billionaire, said Gutsariv, then 28, married 20-year-old student Khadija Uzakovs in arguably the most lavish wedding of the century, reportedly costing $1 billion, £737 million. The pair said "I do" on March 26, 2016 in Moscow at the luxurious Moscow restaurant and banqueting venue, Sofiza, which was dripping with fairy lights and decked with wall-to-wall fresh flowers in a venue that most could only dream of. The young bride arrived in a beaded gown with a billowing skirt by Elie Saab, whose wedding dresses range from £5,000 to £18,000. Her bespoke gown was reported to have cost between $1 million or 25 million rubles, £692,000 or 256,000 pounds. Khadija's dress was imported from Paris and reportedly weighed 25 pounds, almost 2 stone, because of the huge train and heavy embellishment, and the bride needed the assistance of several people to carry her train and help her walk upstairs. With a tight bodice, long sleeves, and a full skirt cascading in folds to the floor, the gown was pure fairy tale and came with a floor-length veil and bejeweled handbag to match. Khadija's look was completed with a matching handbag, diamond tiara, and whopping diamond pendant around her neck. She was also pictured in a change of outfit, as she posed with guests in an embellished satin dress with delicate mesh sleeves with her hair tied back. The happy couple and those lucky enough to be guests were treated by performances by none other than Jennifer Lopez and Enrique Iglesias. It was previously reported that Lopez was paid $1 million for singing for Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov, the president of Turkmenistan, in 2013. However, providing an unforgettable show for Khadija and said was the least of J-Lo's worries, as the singer apparently told guests that pronouncing the newlyweds' names was the hardest thing I had to do today. The singer, who performed her hits If You Had My Love, Dance Again, and Get Right, went through several outfit changes, including a black tailored suit and a bejeweled leotard, not to mention a sparkly silver jumpsuit. And she clearly received a generous paycheck for the performance, as the 46-year-old singer treated herself to some fancy accessories at Moscow store Azel, which shut down for 2 hours to allow the star to shop in private over the weekend. Guests reported Lopez was visibly shocked when she held out the microphone, and the wedding guests did not know the words of her songs. She put on a brave smile when only 2 or 3 voices sang with her. The couple's 600 guests dined on European cuisine and sushi, and the wedding cake was a lavish 9-tier creation, decorated with elaborate white icing and layers of pink floral garlands, topped with a star and crescent moon as a show of the couple's Muslim faith. And guests were presented with a delicate gold box engraved with the couple's names and date of the wedding as a thank you gift. But the extravagance of the occasion is surely fitting for the son of Kazakh-born Mikhail Gutsarev, a Muslim born in the Caucasus, who is thought to be worth $5.8 billion for £0.2 billion. The self-made man who now calls Russia home ensured he gave his public school-educated son a day to remember. Said, who was born in 1988, was educated at Harrow and then the University of Oxford, where he studied archaeology and geology. At the time of the wedding, Khadija was a first-year student at the Moscow State University of Medicine and Dentistry. Last year, the world saw the son of a billionaire, Anant Ambani, tie the knot with Radhika Merchant, the daughter of a wealthy pharmaceutical mogul, in a multi-day event that reportedly cost $339 million, $250 million. The couple had a traditional Hindu ceremony at Jaya World Convention Center in Mumbai on July 12 last year, and the guest list included A-listers such as Priyanka Chopra and her husband Nick Jonas, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, John Cena, and Bollywood stars Kashi Kapoor and Kriti Sanon. In the week leading up to their wedding, Anant and Radhika saw performances from some of the most famous names in the music industry, from Justin Bieber to Rihanna. The groom, who was 29 when he got married, is the youngest son of the richest man in Asia, Reliance Industries chairman Mukesh Ambani, who is worth more than $114 billion. For the private gig, Bieber reportedly took home a $10 million payday. The singer shared snaps of himself singing some of his top hits at the soiree held at the Nida Mukesh Ambani Cultural Center, MAC, in Mumbai. He was also seen with Shloka's sister Dia Mehta, as well as the Ambani sister and Akasha's twin Isha Ambani and her husband Anand Purmal. Bieber shared clips of himself performing his 2015 hit song Love Yourself, as well as his 2017 collab with DJ Khaled, I'm the One. He also reportedly performed his songs Baby, Peaches, Never Let You Go, Boyfriend, All That Matters, No Brainer, another one of his collabs with DJ Khaled, as well as his and Tem's remixed rendition of Wizkid's Essence during the gig. Katy Perry was also hired to perform at the pre-wedding event and was reportedly paid more than $6 million for the set. The hitmaker reportedly sang her favorite hits for the bride, groom, and their 800 guests. Anand also booked Italian tenor Andrea Bocelli and Rihanna to perform at his star-studded prenuptials. Rihanna sang her 2011 mega-hit collaboration with Calvin Harris titled We Found Love, and she could be seen barely dancing. The Daily Mail was told at the time that she had raked in £5 million, $6.33 million, for her performance at another pre-wedding celebration for Anant and Radhika a couple of months prior. Anant and Radhika's ceremony in July was conducted by Hindu priests chanting ancient Sanskrit verses, and the couple walked around a sacred fire. They also took 7 vows to solemnize their marriage. An estimated 5,000 people are thought to have attended, with all roads around the venue closed to non-wedding traffic at the time. Office workers in Mumbai were instructed to work from home for 3 days because of the large number of VIP convoys that will be driving around the city. Around 100 chefs prepared a range of Indian and European delicacies for guests who were given instructions on what to wear to keep in line with the theme of the 3-day wedding. Invitations were sent out in an ornate red box containing a model silver temple, gifts, and a handcrafted pashmina shawl. Each invitation is estimated to have cost around £7,000. Guests attending the wedding were also given gift boxes containing a range of opulent items. During the pre-wedding celebrations a couple of months prior, guests received Louis Vuitton bags, specially designed duffel bags, gold necklaces, high-end footwear, luxurious nightwear, and handcrafted scented candles. In the days leading up to the wedding, a number of other events have been held at Antilla, the Ambani's 27-story family home in Mumbai, which cost £800 million to build. The luxurious property features a health club with a gym and dance studio, a ballroom, at least one swimming pool, and a 50-seater cinema plus 3 helipads and parking for 168 cars. It employs 600 staff and is listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the world's largest and costliest private residence. On December 12, 2018, Mukesh Ambani's daughter Isha, then 28, tied the knot with billionaire property mogul husband Anand Pramul, then 33. The couple had a range of VIP guests at their lavish bash, including Hillary Clinton and Priyanka Chopra at her family's 27-story Mumbai home. The wedding of Yale graduate Miss Ambani and Mr. Pramul is thought to cost as much as $100 million, £73.7 million, and has involved a string of events including a private concert from Beyoncé. The singer was said to have been paid $6 million to perform a private concert for guests. Beyoncé was flown in especially for the 45-minute private concert, which saw her make several costume changes and sing hit songs Perfect and Crazy in Love. The first hint of the nuptials' lavishness was the elaborate embroidered and gold-plated Dolce & Gabbana box guests received as invitations. Each exquisite rose-printed package contained a series of luxury cards which folded out to reveal details of the events that would be held across the 5-day affair. Guests then arrived at the Ambani residence, which had been decked out with twinkling fairy lights and thousands of fresh flowers. The entire street was decorated with elaborate floral arrangements, and crowds of residents turned out to line road and watch the arrivals. Model Natalia Vodianova and former U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry were among the guests at the wedding on Wednesday, mingling with Bollywood superstars like Aishwarya Rai, Amitabh Bachchan, and Shah Rukh Khan. Hillary Clinton, who is understood to have stayed with the Ambani family at the Mumbai Tower on previous visits to the city, did not stop to pose and dashed inside the building, accompanied by her aide Huma Abedin. Investment banker Amit Bhatia and Vanisha Mittal, daughter to an Indian billionaire Lakshmi Niwas Mittal, married in 2004 in an opulent ceremony which reportedly cost around $55 million, £44.5 million. Bollywood stars were flown to the Palace of Versailles, along with chefs for the most secretive wedding blowout that France had seen in a long time. Father of the bride, Lakshmi, allegedly chartered 12 private jets to transport the 1,000 guests. The 6-day event began at the Tuileries Gardens, proceeded to the Château de Versailles, and then continued at the Vaux-le-Vicomte Château. Some 1,500 guests from around the world received silver-encased, 20-page invitations, Indian newspapers reported at the time. Amit and Vanisha also had a private concert by Kylie Minogue, along with a fireworks display in front of the Eiffel Tower, and the wine bill reportedly came to a whopping £1.47 million alone. In 2008, Vanisha's father, Lakshmi, spent £70 million buying a home for her after she married Amit. One of the richest men in the world, Jeff Bezos, 61, married former journalist Lauren Sanchez, 55, in a 3-day event at the end of June this year. The couple decided they wanted to tie the knot in one of the most romantic cities in the world, Venice, and no expense was spared, costing them a total of $50 million, £36.8 million. But this didn't go down well with locals, as protests also took place leading up to the wedding day, with some demonstrations being held at St. Mark's Square. One protester had created a banner that was hung up on the Rialto Bridge which read, "No space for Bezos." This didn't stop celebrities such as Oprah Winfrey, Orlando Bloom, Tom Brady, Kim Kardashian, Queen Rania of Jordan, and Leonardo DiCaprio from attending. Lauren and Jeff married on the island of San Giorgio, which is home to the famous Basilica of San Giorgio Maggiore, a 16th-century Benedictine church. Around 200 guests traveled to 3 events, all in different locations, meaning around 60 of Venice's water taxis were reserved for the week, with some of the 400 gondolas on the island out of commission as well. It is believed the lavish wedding will bring in bucket loads of cash to the city, with water taxi operators estimated to have earned around €15,000, £12,800, each over 5 days. The Amazon boss and his blushing bride are expected to stay in two of Italy's plushest hotels, the Aman and Hotel Cipriani. They lodged their 200-people guests, including A-listers like Kris Jenner, Katy Perry, and members of the Trump family, at the prestigious residences which cost in excess of £2,000 per night. The Aman is a luxury five-star hotel located in Venice and features opulent rooms that boast private gardens, sprawling dining venues, and spacious suites. Local bakery Rosa Salva Venetia, thought to be the oldest pastry business in Venice, provided an array of tasty treats for the extravagant weekend. The delicious menu items at the bakery include tiramisu, flaky, cream-filled pastries, and fratelli, a traditional Italian fried treat. The company were commissioned to create baked treats for around 200 goodie bags. A source in Italy also revealed to the Daily Mail that each guest received hand-blown glassware by local glassmaker Laguna B. All of the glasses have different motifs and designs, with one large-size cup running customers $167. Lauren wowed her guests in a Dolce & Gabbana wedding dress featuring a high neck, long lace sleeves, and 180 silk chiffon-covered priest buttons in the center. She previously told Vogue, "I researched pictures of brides in the 1950s. I wanted to reflect back, and I saw Sophia Loren, and her hands were in a prayer position, and she was in high lace up to the neck, and I said, that's it. That's the dress." Prince Charles married Princess Diana on July 29, 1981 at St. Paul's Cathedral, and it was watched by millions of royal fans from around the world. The event, which was dubbed the Wedding of the Century, is thought to have cost around $48 million, £35.3 million. However, when adjusted for inflation, the price is said to be closer to $166 million, £122.3 million, according to the Evening Standard. Diana's dress alone cost £11,000, but the biggest bill was for security, which cost an eye-watering £490,000. The stunning white frock has gone down in history as one of the most iconic wedding gowns. Covered in 10,000 pearls, the dress was made from ivory silk taffeta and antique lace. According to the BBC, more than 5,000 police participated in crowd control along the royal couple's 2-mile route. Charles and Diana's grand nuptials were watched by an estimated TV audience of 750 million people. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding took place at St. George's Chapel in Windsor on May 19, 2018. The star-studded affair, with guests including Elton John, the Beckhams and George, and Amal Clooney, took place in front of 600 guests in the chapel. Meghan stunned as she walked down the aisle in a bespoke Givenchy dress, which had an almost 5-meter-long veil that came to an estimated £390,000. Meghan was eager to incorporate a nod to all 53 countries of the Commonwealth into her special day and asked for a veil embellished with the distinctive flora of each Commonwealth country united in a single spectacular floral composition. Each flower was worked flat, in 3 dimensions to create a unique and delicate design. Workers spent hundreds of hours meticulously sewing and washing their hands every 30 minutes to keep the tulle and threads pristine. In addition to making Meghan's dress, Claire Waite-Keller designed Meghan's wedding shoes, based on a Givenchy refined pointed couture design made of a silk Duchess satin. Overall, the event reportedly cost an estimated $43.40, £32 million. And like Prince William and Kate's wedding, the majority of the budget went towards security, with other expenses including the church service, music, decorations, flowers, and the reception. UK taxpayers contributed to the estimated cost of the wedding, although the church service, flowers, and reception were paid for by the royal family. Kate wore a £250,000 gown by Alexander McQueen, which included a 9-foot-long train and a lace bodice hand-stitched by the world's best seamstresses at the Royal School of Needlework. The gown featured intricate lace work and a 9-foot train, which took a year to complete. The mother of 3 also wore the Cartier Halo tiara, borrowed from Queen Elizabeth II collection. Their security bill was the largest expense of their big day, with the total cost of the wedding being around $37 million, £27.2 million. The palace later confirmed that the royal family had paid for core aspects of the wedding, including the church service, associated music, flowers, decorations, and the reception. William and Kate had 1,900 guests at their wedding, and around 300 million people watched the couple say, "I do" on television. Chinese actress, singer, and model Angela Young, more commonly known by her stage name, Angelababy, tied the knot to actor Huang Xiaoming in an extravagant ceremony that reportedly cost around $31 million, £22.8 million. Angela and Huang, who wed on October 8, 2015, celebrated their new married life alongside 2,000 guests at the Shanghai Exhibition Center. The venue was full of roses along with screens that displayed photos of the happy couple that were taken during a pre-wedding shoot in Paris. The bride opted to pose in a series of luxurious Elie Saab couture gowns for the snaps and were featured on the designer's Instagram account at the time. Angela has been dubbed the Kim Kardashian of China, although she spent thrice as much as the Hollywood star on her big day to Kanye West. Their big day had a holographic castle and a 10-foot cake, which was shaped like a carousel, which, according to Forbes, took a month to make. And each guest left their wedding with a lavish goodie bag full of gifts, which even included a brand new phone. Angela wore a custom Dior gown that took almost 5 months to make and featured a 10-foot-long train and 165 feet of tulle. King Felipe of Spain, known today as King Felipe VI, married news anchor Letizia Ortiz Rocasolano on May 22, 2004. The couple wed in a glittering ceremony at Madrid's Almudena Cathedral, the most important religious building in Spain's capital. At the time, BBC Mundo speculated that the lavish event could have cost as much as €21 million, approximately £18 million, which equates to approximately €33 million, approximately £28 million. Today, current estimates put the wedding of the then 36-year-old Felipe and 31-year-old Letizia significantly higher. Letizia's wedding dress was not only one of the key expenses on the couple's special day in 2024, it remains one of the most expensive in royal history, 21 years on. She captivated the crowd as she walked down the aisle in an extraordinary ivory gown designed by the late Spanish couturier Manuel Pertegaz, reportedly worth an astonishing £6 million. Its elegant silhouette featured a high-standing collar and a dramatic 15-foot train, beautifully embroidered with fleur-de-lis and ears of wheat, a tribute to the Prince of Asturias crest. Letizia accessorized with diamond drop earrings gifted by her future in-laws, King Juan Carlos I and Queen Sofia, along with elegant Pura Lopez court shoes. She crowned her ensemble with the historic Prussian tiara, previously worn by Queen Sofia at her own wedding in 1962. Letizia's cascading bouquet carried personal meaning, blending apple blossom to honor her home city of Oviedo with orange blossom, a tribute to Felipe's late grandmother, the Countess of Barcelona. Blue-tinted Hildegard iris and ivory Elizabethan roses paid homage to the House of Bourbon, her husband's royal lineage. The grand wedding welcomed more than 1,500 guests. Bridesmaids Victoria Cadorniu and Claudia Gonzalez wore traditional gowns by Spanish designer Lorenzo Capriel. Other major expenses included the wedding banquet, which featured traditional Spanish dishes, along with copious amounts of wine and cava, and a 14-foot serpentine cake crafted by Spanish cake maker Francisco Torreblanca. Felipe's father, King Juan Carlos, reportedly later described the cake as a work of art. Hello, wrote in May of this year.